Clifton.
With your host, Ray Grabowski.
Here's Ray.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, good evening, and welcome to another episode of Meet Clifton, the show that puts your hometown on display. I'm Ray, and this is my co-host, George. How you doing, George?
Good evening, Ray.
Okay, nice hat. We're going to get you a different color.
No,
next
we
time,
like
though.
the white, though.
Okay.
Everybody likes white.
All right, we'll leave it then. George and I will be right back with our guests for the evening, but first let's hear from the house band, the Two Tones Orchestra. Oh, yes, one more thing. Happy birthday, Clifton, officially 101 years old. We'll be right back.
Tonight's guests on Meet Clifton are culinary nutritional coach Laura Orbe. From the Clifton Police Department Juvenile Division, Detective Sergeant Balcar and Detective Stein. And also from the Police Department, Detective Lieutenant Robert Bracken. With more music by the Two Tones. All this and much more on Meet Clifton.
Everybody, let's rock.
On tonight's program, we have several fantastic guests, all with great topics to share. Our first guest is an expert on the body and how certain toxins can affect it. Please welcome culinary nutritional coach Laura Orbe.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Okay, Laura, this is a topic, I think a lot of people are going to get a lot of information out of healing through nutrition. So we're going to start out with, obviously, detoxing the body. So can you explain what a detox is?
Well, what a detox is that the world that we live in today is just full of toxins. And we are taking way too many toxins in and not letting enough toxins out.
Right.
I mean, our bodies were created beautifully by God in that He's designed them to detox naturally, but we are taking way too many toxins in. It's in the food that we eat, it's in the air that we breathe. I mean, the air inside our homes are dirtier than the air outside of the homes because of all the chemicals used to clean our homes. So the grooming products that we use, the makeup that we use, and of course the food system is just full of toxins.
Does that also include maybe things that you wash bed sheets with and clothing?
Absolutely.
Whatever detergent you might use, there might be toxins in that.
Absolutely.
If you don't use the rinse cycle properly and it still lingers in there.
Right. So
George
yeah.
doesn't know how to wash clothes.
So it's good to look for products that say ecologically friendly,
Right.
and there's a lot of products out there that don't use a lot of toxins. Even just cleaning your home, just using baking soda and vinegar is a great way to clean your home without bringing toxins in.
Okay, so now we're going to try to understand what a detox is, but does that target a specific area or is it the whole body?
Well, you want to do the whole body because the whole body works as a whole. You can't do the lungs
Right.
and not do the colon. A lot of detoxes will say they focus on one organ, but you want to focus on all of them. You mean your skin is an organ. You want that to detoxify. Your liver, your lungs, just by breathing out, it's detoxing. Your colon, your gallbladder, you just want it all to detox.
Right, so we're going to start a detox program, let's just say. So what does it entail?
Okay.
I mean, what's the actual procedure?
Yeah. A lot of people and a lot of detoxes and cleanses nowadays use drinks and powders.
Right.
I am not for that at all.
Okay.
I don't believe a lot of them have laxatives in it, so you feel like you're detoxing.
Right.
However, using whole foods and eating foods that are clean and from the earth detoxifies you. You don't need to eat anything with dairy in it, no processed food, no sugars. Just stay away from all that. No wheat, because
so,
that's a highly GMO'd food, and you don't want to eat that.
Right, so if I wanted to do with these, is there certain things I eliminate? I mean, what would you say, okay, I want to detox. What am I going to do? Strawberries, blueberries, water?
Well, yes. Number one, drinking water is very important.
Okay.
Starting your day off with warm water with lemon in it gets all your juices flowing, gets your bile moving in your liver and in your gallbladder, and you want to do that. That just sets up your day. Drinking 80 ounces of water a day.
80 ounces.
80 ounces. It sounds like a lot, but you could do it. It's not that much.
10 bottles.
Well,
10
8-ounce glasses. Try to stay away from plastic because plastic has a lot of toxins in it. So you want to drink out of glass. Okay.
But most of the water we get, we buy it in plastic bottles.
Get a water filter I use a reverse osmosis.
Right.
Get a water filter and just pour it in your bottle, a glass bottle, or now they have metal bottles. Use it in that and drink it totally along with you. Using plastics, you're just adding toxins to your body.
Sorry, George.
I got a question for you. I've seen that there's pads that you put under your foot, and like in a day or so, it turns different colors, and it's supposed to be taking all the bad stuff out of you. Is that true?
I'm really not sure how
Oh,
those
okay.
work, but
But you've heard of it?
Yeah, I have heard of
Okay.
it, and I'm
Only
not
because
sure.
I've tried it,
Yeah.
and the next day it's like black.
But is it black from taking toxins out, or is it black because, let's face it, your feet are going to sweat and maybe
Well,
that changes the color?
Possibility.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I'm
true.
not
It could be
sure.
from just,
yeah.
But it really
fluids
is
from your body.
It's, it's white when you put it on.
Yeah.
It sticks on the bottom of your foot, and then within
Huh.
10, 15 hours, it's black.
I've never tried it, and I really don't know that much
Okay,
about it, to be
I was
honest
just
with you.
wondering, that's all.
Honestly, I think eating foods is the way to detox your body, eating whole foods.
I agree.
So we're going. What do we expect while we're going through the detox?
Well,
Now we're saying it from meats too, right?
yes,
for
yes,
detox, okay.
yes. Stay away from meat, stay away from dairy, stay away from processed food, sugar. Gluten's a big one to stay away from also.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, what did you say?
I just
was it?
wanted what do we expect while we're doing this?
Oh, while you're doing this?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Sometimes when people start to detox, they don't feel so great the first couple of days.
Right.
You get a little bit headachy-ish, maybe a little nauseous, maybe a little sleepy, but that's because your body is working to detox. But once you get through those first couple of days, you're going to feel great.
Now, could
You
that
will-
be also because you're not using any caffeine, right?
Could be.
So
could
if
be.
your body's
could
not
be.
used to
Well,
having
you could have green tea.
green tea.
Yeah, and green tea is very detoxifying, and that has a little caffeine in
Okay.
it that could help you go through that. But usually it's because your body, we are filled with so many toxins in
Yeah.
our bodies just from the foods that we eat. And like
Sure,
I
no, I
said,
can
you know,
imagine.
so. Yeah.
So after we do this detox, first of all, how long do the benefits last, and how long are we talking for a detox? 2 days, 3 days? What are we looking at here?
Most people like to say 3 days,
3
10
days?
days, 21 days. I say it's a lifestyle.
Oh, lifestyle.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really is. Because you have to think about all the toxins you're taking in daily. And
Right.
if you're eating foods and that are filled with them, you can control your food more so than we
Right.
can't control the air that
No,
we're
no, no,
breathing.
right.
So if you're controlling the food that you're eating, and you're eating organic food, and you're eating the rainbow, eating blueberries, strawberries, kale, watercress,
Right.
cucumber, all of this, you're going to detoxify, and it is a lifestyle. It really
Okay.
is.
And that was actually my last question. It was how long should we detox? And you're saying forever. In
Well,
essence,
yeah,
I mean,
pretty much so.
everybody cheats once in a while.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, you're right. You have to eat
Yeah.
healthy because you're getting one body and you have to take care of it. So.
Right, exactly. You get
um,
one body, and you only get
Yeah,
one
and,
shot at
and you're
taking
right.
care of it.
If people want to know more about this, maybe they could go on the computer and they could look up different things. But
Yeah.
yours is certainly a way to go, and people should really realize this. So, I mean, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll
Thanks
hear
so
from
much.
Detectives Valkar and Stein of the Clifton Police Department. Stay tuned.
Hi everyone, the Clifton Health Department will be having their upcoming spring rabies clinics for dogs and cats. Vaccinations for dogs are free and vaccinations for cats are $5 each. This year it'll be at a new location, 51 Brighton Road in Clifton. That's fire station number 5. It's next to school 9. The first date will be Wednesday, May 9th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The next one is Saturday, May 19th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And the last one will be on Wednesday, May 30th. Cats are from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and dogs are 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Dog licenses will be available to Clifton residents only. If you have any questions, you can call the Clifton Health Department at 973-470-5760. Thank you.
Okay, welcome back to Meet Clifton. Last year, the Clifton Police Department joined the ever-growing number of communities around the country that want to bridge the gap between today's youth and law enforcement. Here to explain what the Junior Police Academy is all about and how it works for our community are Detective Sergeant Balcar and Detective Stein of the Clifton Police Department. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
for coming
Thanks
on.
for having us.
Thanks. I want to start with Detective Stein because you're the head drill instructor at the academy.
Yes, sir.
So maybe just tell us a little bit about the academy and what it's all about.
Well, Academy is a one-week program run by the Clifton Police Juvenile Division, with a special focus on physical fitness for the recruits, drill and ceremony. We have obstacle courses there to compete in. Team building concepts. What I mean by that, it's squad versus squad in an environment where they are able to compete. We also have some CSI, crime scene investigation, problem solving techniques that we teach them, and then they can work on crime solving techniques in the field. Narcotics awareness. We have our narcotics unit come in and teach them some awareness, what they should be aware of out there on the streets if they come across something. Self-defense, we also go over that. Defensive tactics, techniques that we teach them during the course of the week. And then we'll also provide demos with them. Police canine unit shows up, shows them what the canines are all about. The mounted patrol with the county, Passaic County Sheriff's Department with the horses. We have the Clifton Police SWAT team that does a demo for the recruits. Also, we do have our motorcycle squad, traffic division. They come out and give another demo. Also, we provide a trip to the Passaic County Jail, and what that entails is just for the day, we bring them there and they have a tour of the jail and see how the correction side of the house works over there in Patterson. And then we kind of finish up with a trip to Seagirt and the Seagirt State Police Training Academy, and the National Guard also shares the same base down there. And that's a whole day trip. We get on the bus, we go down there and get onto the beach, do a little beach PT, which it's tug of war. And after that, bring them back off the beach, go into the National Guard Museum, which is right there on the base. Taking a tour of the National Guard Museum, which you're able to see a lot of military history, obviously, from the state. Upon returning to Clifton, the next day is we hold a graduation ceremony for them. And you can see the difference between the first day the recruits arrive into the whole program upon graduation, when they're really, first day they're whatnot disheveled and disorganized. And in the last day graduation, they look sharp, they look polished, and they look ready to go. And I've heard from many different parents from last class that they could definitely see a difference in their child from the first day of dropping them off until the last day of the academy graduation.
So let me just ask you, is this to give them a little taste of what it would be like to be a police officer, so that maybe they have the aptitude for it? Is that what we're trying to do here? Maybe hopefully they go on to the academy? I mean,
if it's something they're interested in.
If there's something they're
It'll
interested
show
in,
them
right?
the municipal
And it's
side.
good that you bring them to the jail, because they could
Yeah, definitely.
be
They
this
might-
way,
they
or
might-
they could be that
yeah,
way.
or they might want a job to work there also. Yeah,
Right,
that's
but I'm
future
saying they
job
want to see what it's like
prospects, too.
if they don't follow the law.
Of course,
They
of course.
decide to be a criminal.
Of course.
They're gonna,
But they see the municipal, the sheriff, and
Sure.
the state police, and the
Right.
military. So there's different job, opportunities in the future
Right.
as far as if
So-
that's what they're into.
So when we talk junior academy, what are the ages there? Do the parents have to roll the kids? How does this
Yeah,
process
well,
work?
the ages are 11 years old to 14. And they have to be city residents.
Okay.
All right, if they want to enroll, they have to go to www.cliftonpolice.org. And if you go to the right of the page, the last column, it'll say JR Police Academy. If they click that, the application is there, the release for the doctor's note is there. The paperwork's all there for them to fill out. Once that's filled out, bring it to headquarters, and we'll start the application process going.
And when does that, when
July 9 through July 13, I believe it is. July 9.
July 9th to the 13th at the
13th,
Clifton
correct.
Police Station. Oh, you also,
Exactly.
I know you brought a clip from the
we have
academy
a
from
clip of
last
this,
year, so
yeah.
maybe we could just watch that for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Take a look at this. It's very impressive. so actually that's like actually going to academy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
I mean, they're doing everything
absolutely.
that you would have done when you went,
Like
within
a
reason.
real condensed version. Well,
Yeah.
yes, that's true.
And maybe we're having future police officers with that. So that's that's
Yeah, we-
very, very impressive. And they work
No.
hard. One other question though, if a child's handicapped or autistic, is there involvement here also?
Yeah, we encourage everyone to apply. We'll try to accommodate everyone, whether they're autistic or handicapped, if they want to apply. If there's something their child's interested in, please have them fill out the application and we'll accommodate them.
Okay, and I guess lastly do you have sponsors or how does this academy
We
work?
do have a few sponsors that we like to put out there at this time. You
Sure.
know, Lefty's Pizzeria and Restaurant on Crooks Ave, ShopRite in Passaic, Upper Montclair Country Club, New Jersey State Police Secret Training Division, New Jersey National Guard, and Passaic County Sheriff's Department. And
We also have the
also,
Clifton Board of Ed,
Right.
the Rec Department. And we also want to thank Tom Whittles this year. This year we're going to have CASA also
Oh, great.
sponsoring
Great.
the junior policemen. So we thank Tom Whittles and CASA for being
good.
involved with this also.
All right, so for the people at home, if you know any children want to get involved, we just gave the dates. They could actually
Yeah.
come to the police department
They
and ask
come
for
here
you.
too and ask, yeah.
Come here and
with
ask you.
application, yeah.
Just a little bit, but hopefully we get some more people.
Yeah,
Gentlemen,
definitely.
thank you for
Thanks
coming
for
out.
having
Thank you.
us.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Sir.
Just a moment, Clifton will be right back with Detective Lieutenant Robert Bracken.
Hello, Clifton and friends. Welcome to the updates. Well, the Athenia Veterans Post on Huron Avenue will be having their 72nd anniversary dinner dance, and that will be on May 5th from 6:30 until 10:30 p.m. Offers a full menu with an open bar, and you need to call 973-778-0931 for tickets, and the tickets are $40 per person. Now, the Clifton Recreation Department is having their Youth Week 2018 all through the month of May. It is their 64th annual Youth Week. So they will be having a poster contest, basketball foul shooting contest, creative writing contest, a dribble, pass, and score soccer skills contest, bowling contest, miniature golf contest, and fishing contest. It's all through the month of May. So please go to the Recreation website and participate and get all the facts for all of the different contests for the Youth Week 2018, sponsored by the Clifton Recreation Department. Thank you.
Hello again. There are so many programs at the City of Clifton, and in particular the Clifton Police Department run, that it's easy to miss some of them. So if you just heard about the Clifton Police Academy, let's now hear about the Medicine Dropbox program from Detective Lieutenant Robert Bracken.
Thank you.
George. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for having me. You know, we hear a lot of things about prescriptions and where to bring them or how to dispose of them. So I know Clifton has a program. So I want to ask you, what's the purpose of the Medicine Dropbox and who's sponsoring this?
This is from the State of New Jersey Department of Consumer Affairs,
Okay.
and Clifton Police Department chose to have this box placed on our in our police lobby, and the purpose is to encourage homes to rid of, I should say, homeowners to rid their homes of expired medications, unwanted medications.
Right.
Helps deter any, the chance of any inappropriate usage.
Sure, sure.
So it's just, it's an effort in the ongoing case against the opioid abuse.
Right.
So it's a 24-hour a day operation. It's a box that's,
Right. And what I want to ask you is, if Clifton didn't do this, now Clifton is technically volunteering to do this. We're not mandated.
correct.
We're
And
doing
I-
this because this is what we want to do for the people.
Correct. And I just wanted to throw in there too, that CASA was instrumental, Tom
CASA.
Whittles, in this as well.
Okay, and that's good.
It was a partnership between Tom Whittles and Chief Centurion.
Okay, and that's good because otherwise they would have to take it other places. We're making it easy for Clifton residents
Correct.
to dispose. Now, they're going to want to, after they watch this, they're going to want to come in. Where's the box located exactly?
Box is located in our police lobby near our front desk.
Okay,
And the important thing here is that it's no questions asked.
right.
So 24 hours a day, 7 days, people can bring medications in. The key is, though, it has to be in pill form, capsule form, or patches. No liquids, no syringes are allowed.
Okay, so
That's important.
So only acceptable would be what you just said, pills?
Correct.
Okay.
But the other key is no questions asked. You don't have to sign any paperwork. You don't have to announce that you're You're there, you just bring the
Right.
medication, you place it in, it's like a mailbox, you just place it in the box and you leave, no questions asked.
Right.
Bobby,
Sorry,
what about
George.
the syringes? What do I do with my syringe?
Well, that's, you have to look on the website how to get rid of syringes. I mean, as far as what the recommendation is, I could just comment on,
Okay, now I just
On the,
wondering. Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
on the
But,
box
but,
itself.
and this is good because it doesn't get on the streets, which obviously
Well,
leads to my next thing is,
right.
what's the opioid problem, currently here? Wow.
It's an enormous problem, not just in Clifton, obviously it's all over. If you, you
Yeah.
see, we have a big issue with it in many facets because you're dealing with the criminal end of it, the fact that people who become opioid addicted need to feed their addiction, and
Right.
then a lot of times they start committing crimes. That's one way we deal with it. Second is the medical calls. When we have overdoses, which this year we've probably had about, I think we're up to about 6 or 7
Wow.
overdose deaths. And I can't tell you how many Narcan saves from between the fire department and the
Right.
police department. That's the other facet of it. And then the last would be the people who are drug addicted that go missing. And
Right.
what happens is the family reports them missing, endangered. Now it's on the police department to go and find them wherever they are. And usually it's in a drug-infested area,
Right.
and that's our responsibility as well. So it's brought a lot of extra attention
Right.
to this whole
Do you,
situation.
a lot of this problem, is it prescription drug related?
Well-
Is that how, I'm trying to understand, is
Okay.
it, people that are overprescribed?
Right.
And they're just buying it on the street, prescription drugs, or is this the illegal, like heroin or something? Is it all related here?
Well,
Because-
it is related. I can speak from just our experience here that a lot of times nowadays, within the last 10 years, it's gotten out of hand.
Right.
Where the prescription medications are, I don't want to go and say overprescribed because I don't know anything about
Right, of
the
course.
medical side of it, but people do get addicted to the opioid based medications.
Right.
From that point, they try to sustain that addiction through the furtherance of pills and whatnot. But what happens is the pills just cost way too much money.
Right.
So what happens is they'll sometimes try to buy them black market, engage in prescription fraud and things of that nature.
Right.
But what happens in the long run is it's just too hard to sustain that, and they end up going to heroin because it's cheaper
Yeah.
and it's easier to get. And the problem nowadays is they're cutting the heroin with fentanyl. So that's it's a very, 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 very dangerous mixture.
Right.
That's why we're getting so many overdose deaths. It's the fentanyl that's
Right.
cut with the heroin, and you're playing Russian roulette every time you shoot up or snort the heroin because you don't know
Yeah.
the makeup. You're buying it off the street, and what we call, they're getting hot loads, is
Yeah.
what they call them, and that's just, there's no way to survive that without a Narcan.
Right. And I think the sad part about this is we hear it all the time. Good people,
Right.
they've gone on painkillers or something, and of course they get addicted,
Mhm.
and they can't be prescribed constantly. So that, like you said, it's expensive, so they take to the streets. So now we have people that don't want to be this way,
Right.
and I guess that's where the crime comes in. 'Cause
Well,
now
that's
they
what
have-
happens. Yeah,
they have
and
to
I know
sustain that.
oftentimes family members, the family members of the addicted person really suffer.
Right,
Many times the addicted person will start stealing from
from the
the
family.
family. Doesn't understand that the addiction trumps everything else in their life.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And that's the problem. So,
Right.
you're right. There are really good people that, unfortunately sustain an injury, and they, had it not been for that injury, they would have never went down that path.
Exactly.
But
And then
they
the
did.
family enables them because
Yeah.
I
So at
could
times
see
they
that. I
do,
could
they
see you
do.
could feel sorry because they're hurting, but you're right. That's not the person
That they know.
that they know, right? And that's
And
important
it's very,
for the
very,
people
and that's
to
what's
understand
really
that.
important. I don't know if Detective Stein and Detective Sergeant Balcart touched on it. They're going to be doing a program called Not Even Once in the schools, where they're
No,
going
they didn't,
to.
but go ahead.
Well, that's going to be a program that Juvenile Division is
Right.
going to be running. It was taught to them by Manchester Police Department, and it's a way to get to the kids while they're in high school to tell them of the dangers before they start. Even if they get an injury before they start taking pills that are, maybe they don't need.
Right.
Maybe they can deal with the pain with Tylenol or Advil
Right,
or something like
exactly.
that. Which is getting back to the medicine drop box. Somebody has surgery, they get prescribed a pill for a certain amount of time,
Right.
and if they don't need it past that 5 days and they have 30 pills, well, now you can take the remaining 25 here and dump them
Right.
because you don't need them. Don't leave them around the house for
Right.
someone else to get.
Right.
You know.
Awareness is a big thing.
Awareness.
The programs are big, the awareness is. And lastly, as far as the Clifton Police, what are we doing to combat the problem?
Well, unfortunately, our hands are tied with a lot of it because we have to be the enforcers of the law, right?
Right.
So when the addicted person commits a crime, we have to arrest them. Of
course.
And we also have to try our best to educate, and that's where that program that the juvenile division
Right.
is going to head comes into play, where you can actually get to them before they become addicted. Because once they're addicted, it's very, very
Yeah,
hard.
it's very hard, yeah.
It's
that's
very, very hard. It's like most, unfortunately, most people do not, do well after they're addicted. I mean, there are some that do,
Yeah, but
we
it's
see
trying
the
to-
same people all the time.
Right,
you know?
important things get to them beforehand.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
Well, Lieutenant, I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Hopefully it's got all that information. Don't move out of your seat. We've got more Clifton in just a moment.
I thought you were my man, but I found out I was a link in your chain.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight as we wrap up another episode of Meet Clifton. As usual, we had a lot of information thrown at us from some great people, and we'd like to thank them for joining us as well. George and I and the rest of the Meet Clifton family want you to get out and enjoy the nice weather while it's here. As always, be good to your friends and family, respect your neighbors, keep Clifton close to your heart. This is a great city. Thank you, God bless, and good night.